Hello viewers, welcome to 5 Minutes with a Guru. I'm pleased to have with me today my friend and client John Adams, who's the big kahuna, the guru of his own business, which is Marsdens Law Group, which I believe is the biggest law group outside Sydney CBD. Hard to get John's life in 5 minutes, but he's got some interesting aspects that I'd like to cover off today, and one on how he has time. I find busy people have a lot of time. We've all only got 24 hours, but they seem to pack a lot in their 24 hours. So John runs the law group at Marsdens there. He's an ex-first grade footballer for North Sydney Bears. For our younger viewers, that's an extinct species, but he had many years in North Sydney Bears. We're going to talk a bit about later. He's an avid golfer, and I can vouch for that. I've played with John a number of times. He likes going snow skiing all around the world, and he does a trip 1 or twice a year. He's a husband, he's a father of 4 daughters, which I assume has its own challenges. He's the current chairman of the board at Mater Dei school, which is a school for early intervention for young children with learning difficulties and development needs. And he's got a daughter, Jacqueline, that's been there for a long time, and I can't believe, knowing the family for a long time, Jacqueline's 25 now, so
yes.
Growing up very fast. So tell me, John, how do you handle all of those aspects of your life and get so much out of 24 hours and managing a big law group?
Yeah, I think it's, they call it the work-life balance, and I think it's a real challenge for every business person. Unfortunately, your business really has to be number one priority. If you don't work hard and put time in your business, you don't have a successful business. So I think you do have to put business number one, but you can't put it to the exclusion of your other stuff. Your family, your personal life are really important. So I think the way I've done it is that I've intertwined work and pleasure all my life. So I would leave early from work to go to football. I would, when the kids were growing up, I would go and watch their swimming carnivals, their sports days, their presentations. I might work late that night, I might work on the weekend. So I've never really thought of going to work and then coming home and have fun. I actually do both at the same time. And so I think it's a matter of not being lazy, not sitting down on your backside and not doing anything, but just make sure that you are doing everything. And it is and, it's not or, it's and. It's you go to work and you have fun. And I think it's, and we do that at Marsdens. We encourage our staff to go to their presentation night, our days. I mean, this week our office manager went to her husband's accreditation and ceremony. So she went to that at lunchtime and came back to work. That's what we got to do. So I think it's a matter of not balancing it, it's intertwining it.
Yeah. And I guess home life with managing family life as well. You have to, like you do with your partners at work, you have to share the load with your partner at home.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that Jacqueline has a disability. She's autistic. She spends most of the time with Anne, but I have to share the load. So Saturdays is my day with Jacqueline. We go shopping, we go movies, we go lunching, we go punting, we go out and spend the whole day together. So Saturday's my day with Jacqueline. That gives Anne some respite. During the week, luckily Anne looks after her, and that helps me stay at work and earn the money.
Yeah, and you're obviously still very, very involved in the family network, but you're not putting all your efforts into work. You really get involved, and you set that Saturday for Jacqueline.
Yeah. I used to, as I said, have to work a bit on the weekends, but the last 15, 20 years I've said no, that's a Jacqueline day, so I do that. But it's not a matter of that's a chore, it's actually fun, and having a child like Jacqueline with autism is changes your life. It does, it changes the family's life and their extended friends. But it's not all bad. It's fulfilling, and therefore the fact that I spend Saturday with you, say, oh gee, you spend Saturday, we have fun, and therefore we have a good time. She's a good person. She's got a disability. She's not someone that is not likeable. She's a likeable little girl.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I noticed you love your snow skiing and your golf, but you had some time out where you got your knee reconstructed in the last couple of years. So how did you handle that period of not being able to do anything?
Yeah, no, that's okay. There's a couple of hips. And yeah, I played golf 6 weeks after my first hip operation. Played normal, pretty badly, but it was. It's okay. I think I did rehab, and one of the people I did rehab said, "You're a freak." I said, "No, I'm not a freak. I'm just doing my best. You know, I'm just there trying to get better as quickly as I can." And I played golf 6 weeks and 1 day after the hip operation. So a little bit of pain, but not too much. It was good.
You're not a high achiever, are you?
Well, yeah, I don't know about high achiever. I just have a go.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a high achiever. You know, someone who's been at the highest level of any sport or profession. They're high achievers. I've had a go. I haven't been at the highest level, but I keep turning up. Turning up. It's amazing how many good things happen.
And you give it a red hot go, don't you?
Yeah, I give it a go.
Yeah, good on you. And your football days. Any funny stories about when you were with the North Sydney Bears? That obviously that team's not in the first grade anymore, but a lot of our viewers will know Sydney Bears very well and very heartfelt attitude towards them.
Yeah, I was involved with Norse for about 25 years as a player, for 9 years, and as a selector and then on the board. So a sad day, 2000, when we folded up and amalgamated with Manly. And for those who do know the history of Norse, we didn't have too many funny moments. There was unfortunately a lot of losses. But I suppose in after football days, one of my, I think it's funny, when my secretary gave me for my 50th birthday a DVD of a game of Norse versus Brisbane.
Right.
And she didn't know much about football, so she thought she was doing the right thing. Now, that game we got flogged. I marked Malma Ninga, and he scored 3 tries in the first half. And all I did was go up, tackle him, he'd run over, pass the ball, and it made me look like a fool. So that was her present for me for my 50th birthday, a reminder of how good I was.
Very good. And with so many things going on in your life and the busyness of Marsdens itself, how do you find managing your own finances? And we've been looking after some of your finances for a long time now. Do you find that valuable that you can offload some of those responsibilities, or do you get involved in it on a day-to-day basis with financial planning?
Yeah, look, I think it's like taking out your own appendix. I'm not a doctor, I don't do it, and I'm not a financial planner. And even though it's not, some parts of it's not complex, but there are other parts that are complex. And so I don't believe in trying to be everything. You do what you do that you're good at, and if you're not good at it, then you get someone that's good at it. So luckily you guys have looked after me for 20 odd years, and that's the way I think it should be done. You know what you're talking about, you're going to guarantee my future. If I was doing it, it would be like having a punt of a Saturday, a bit of a luck of the draw. So I don't think that's the way I want to do it. I want to make sure that my future's safe, and I go to someone that makes sure that happens.
Yeah, good on you. Well, thanks for spending 5 minutes with the Guru.
Well done, mate.
Good on you. Cheers.